if a person like me, like a Lithuanian or any other person from Europe, let's say, decides to learn Arabic, uh, what might the person encounter? Would the process be difficult? Or actually, it's not as hard as it looks because, a new alphabet, new vocabulary, everything's new. It looks a little bit intimidating in the beginning. But is it really?
To be honest with you, alphabet is not difficult. Like, of course, I understand someone coming from Europe. This person writes from left to right. Yeah. This person know capital and no, not in English we say upper and lower cases. So that's how the alphabet look. Whether this person is Lithuanian who use Latin, Russian who use Cyrillic, or Greek who use Greek alphabet. But when you start learning Arabic, it's different because you learn from the right to the left. That's first. That's the first idea that sounds strange. Plus, also Arabic doesn't have upper or capital letter, but just an aesthetic thing, which is not actually difficult than you may think, is how the word is written, how the letter is written in the beginning of the word, middle, and the end. Yeah, just you need to add a line. I would say small line. And the alphabet is actually you can learn it within 1 day. Okay, 3 days if you find some challenges, but I don't think it will take long. It's not like, for example, alphabet of, for example, Chinese syllabs.
Kanjis?
Yeah, or kanjis, for example. Arabic alphabet contain 28 letters. Another challenge actually to assimilate in the beginning. Arabic doesn't represent vowels like
That's true.
the
They skip
especially
vowels.
the short ones. So that might be challenging for, and actually for me personally, when I try to read a Persian text, I found it difficult for the Persian words. Arabic words, of course, I read them easily, but the Persian words, I look at them without knowing, is it, for example, za, is it z, is it zo? You see what I mean? But because I don't know their language, I know just a few words. So what else I wanted to say? Okay, alphabet challenge done. Now you will need to learn the vocabulary. For the vocabulary, I think it should be easy in the beginning. So, but the challenging thing would be grammar. If you go deep, and I noticed, I met one person, one girl who studied Arabic at Vilnius University, and when I looked to what they are studying, like at the third and fourth year, they start going deep into the grammar, which and you know what they are teaching them, things that I studied back in middle school, and now I totally forgot. Like I couldn't even help her properly.
Ah,
Yes, so that
wow.
part, yes, that part is really, really difficult. Well, at least I'm speaking from my perspective. That part, yes. But the beginner part, like if you are going to do, for example, let's say a B1 level or a B2 level in Arabic, which actually, if you want the truth, the A1 to C2 system, I think it doesn't fit Arabic. I mean, that's my opinion. Maybe there are professionals who are working on this field who can say their opinion, but personally, as a speaker, it seems that no. Also, I forgot to mention two things. Yeah, one thing, Arabic language have three sounds that may be challenging to Europeans, like ha, ka, and a. They might be challenging. I know some people who pronounce them perfectly, some Lithuanians who pronounce them perfectly. But I know others who, especially with ka, they mix it with ka. And this, might confuse you, especially if you have a romantic partner from an Arabic country. And actually, you can say to him, qalbi, like my heart. Yeah, it's, like an endearment. And imagine you end up saying to him, kalbi. And you know what does it mean? My dog. So be careful about that, especially as I told you, if you have a romantic partner from an Arabic country. So basically, yeah, and also another thing, but this it depend. I think only Slovenian that I have from European countries. In Arabic, we have singular, dual, and plural. So plural starts from 3%, 3 tanks and above. So 2, it's dual. So I guess only Slovenian language in Europe that have it. But yeah, Arabic have this as well.
So if I understood correctly, it's not just singular and plural.
Yeah.
There's something else
Yes.
in Arabic.
Yes.
So what is that third components?
It's the dual, like when you have 2 people.
The dual. Yeah,
Yes.
understood.
And
Okay.
by the way, I don't know if you personally know about it. Like old Lithuanian language, I guess until 17th century, had it. And also
I have heard about it.
yes, the original Proto-Indo-European language. But nowadays, as far as I know, only Slovenian language in Europe that have it. Maybe some minor languages that I don't know, but like the major one, the state official ones, no one have it except Slovenian.
I do know that actually the old Proto-Indo-European language had it, and naturally Lithuanian also. But over time, I guess with language change and the standardization of the language, it kind of went out.
Yeah.
Like also an extra case that we
Yeah.
had, which also disappeared with time.
I'm glad actually that the dual disappeared from Lithuanian.
It makes our lives a little bit easier.
Exactly.
And at the same time, you have mentioned that you speak two variants of the Arabic language. So there's the standardized Arabic and there's the Moroccan Arabic, which is also called, I believe, either Darija or Darija.
No, Darija.
Which I don't know the exact pronunciation.
Darija. Yeah.
So you speak the Moroccan dialect and also you speak the standard dialect. And some people go as far as to say that Moroccan dialect is almost like a separate language, which I don't know if it's true, but that definitely indicates that there's quite a difference from the standard version. So how different is standard Arabic and Moroccan Arabic?
Actually, if you want the truth, and this is of course also my personal opinion as well, the standard Arabic you can say it's the Latin, or from Eastern European perspective, the all the Slavonic language. Yeah. And the dialects that we are speaking now, it's the Roman languages like French, Spanish, and so on, or Slavic languages like Russian and so on. So it's like that. So what is the issue here? Remember that standard Arabic is the language of Quran, especially in its old form. So and especially there are some people who believe that Arabic is the language of heaven and stuff like that. So they don't accept that Arabic can be replaced by a new language. But in reality, after 1,000 of years or something, like Arabic have evolved. The only thing I couldn't find any evidence before 16th century. How was the situation? Like I know that Egyptian dialect existed in 16th century. Moroccan dialect I couldn't find any source when it appeared. So that's the oldest reference that I personally found. So I don't know when exactly those dialects evolved. Now, how far it is? Actually, there is a difference in vocabulary because remember, each Arabic dialect have occupied the territory which other languages were spoken. So, for example, in North Africa, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, we have a lot of Amazigh or Berber words in our languages. And Egypt have some Coptic or ancient Egyptian words. And for example, Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan, and so on, they have Aramean or Syriac words. And yeah, that's one thing. Another thing also, it's the grammar. Actually, I'm not sure how it works, but I heard, like, for example, in the case of Morocco, like it was the Amazigh grammar who took Arabic words and it gave birth to the Darija. And for example, in the case of Egypt, it was the ancient Egyptian grammar was taken with Arabic words and it gave rise to Egyptian dialects. This is a theory that I heard. But if we compare grammatically, Moroccan dialect is way simpler, way easier than how to say standard Arabic. And you can also do a comparison since you speak Portuguese. For example, if you compare Portuguese with the Latin, for example, had cases while Portuguese lost it. The same in Arabic. Standard Arabic actually have only 3 cases, and they are lost in all the dialects. That's one thing. Another thing, when it comes to pronunciation, for example, Arabic have the and the, like in English, the ones that are written in th. Those ones are lost in all dialects. I don't know any dialect to preserve it. Then there is emergence of ga, which is natural sound in European languages, but it doesn't exist in standard Arabic. But in dialects, it exists. Also, we talked earlier about dual. Dual disappear in all dialects, and it seems also, yeah, simplified way of conjugation, because in Arabic there is so many pronouns. Like for example, for you, imagine you in singular, dual, and plural, and then each one have masculine and feminine, and then they, there is in plural and dual, and also masculine and feminine. But this have been simplified. For example, they in Moroccan dialect, we have only one pronoun for both feminine and masculine. And
Right.
but still, for example, you, we have masculine you and feminine you. I'm speaking about the singular one. So we have masculine and feminine, and also when we are conjugating or something, like you can feel the difference.
It would be interesting to know whether, if you spoke the standard Arabic, could you use it in every Arabic speaking country? Or maybe in some locations they would not understand standards. And from the other point of view, if you took the Moroccan dialect and you went to, let's say, some other Arabic speaking country, even Egypt, which is a close neighbor, would they understand your dialect?
Not really. Like no one behind, I guess, Libya, no one will understand it, and even Libyans will struggle. So starting from Libya, I have to change the way how I speak. And actually, I don't speak to them in standard Arabic, because if someone will start speaking standard Arabic, people will start laughing. Like they will feel like, and especially the locals, like average citizens. You see what I mean? Arabic. Could you imagine that I never used standard Arabic besides school until I communicated with one Czech girl? Imagine, I never use it with Arabs. I use
Wow.
it with the European girl. So this Czech girl, she told me that she was learning Arabic and she speaks it fluently. And then we start communicating. My first day, actually, I struggled a bit. I had to get used to the situation, but then it's become fine. And what else I wanted to mention? For me personally, when I meet people from West Asia and Egypt, I try to imitate their dialect. I don't speak Egyptian fluently. I don't speak Lebanese fluently, but I just try to imitate it, and it works. Like people understand me there over there.
Okay, so, and how do you imitate their dialect? Is it because you have already heard it from before, or you're just picking it up as you go?
Actually, because Egyptian cinema is very popular. So I had access to Egyptian movies. I didn't like series, but Egyptian movies are really good. Well, especially back then when I was a teenager. So I was watching Egyptian movies. I was watching sometimes their programs. Even now, some if something is interesting. Also for Lebanese, I like their music, and I like also Egyptian music. And also I was watching some of their programs. Like they had good programs back when I was in high school. So that's why I knew how they are speaking. And also I pick up some words which are not existing in standard Arabic. And then when I had chance, so I start speaking with them. But I believe only if I live there for 6 months or a year that I will speak fluently like them. And I know some actually some Moroccans and Algerians who lived in Egypt, and if you hear this person speaking, you will believe he's Egyptian. Yeah, but for me, I didn't arrive yet to this level.
Understood. So, in a way, it all comes to inputs. How much input can you
Exactly.
get over time? by listening, reading, and so on. Mainly, in most regards, probably it's going to be most of it will come through reading. I'm sorry, not through reading, through
Yeah,
listening.
exactly. Yeah.
So probably when a person just starts learning Arabic, because I have some friends who also have attempted to learn, and I don't know how far they have gone with the language, but most of them start by learning the standard version. Because probably most people believe if you know standard, then you can go to Lebanon, you can go to Libya, you can go to Saudi Arabia, you can use the standards, and the people will still, maybe they will laugh at you, maybe in silent, maybe out loud, but they will still understand you. So that's a good thing. Whereas with Latin, most people in Latin speaking countries, or let's say at least in the languages that came out from Latin, uh, would not understand Latin, most probably.
Exactly.
So here, Standard Arabic has the upper hands over Latin, or let's say Old Church Slavonic, because it's still comprehensible to the majority of people, even though it sounds a little bit odd and sometimes funny. So, is this approach? What do you think? Is it a good approach to start the standards, learning Standard Arabic, and then later on go into different regions and try to study the regional aspects? Or maybe a person should really focus on one region and then go from region to region, avoiding the standards.
There is a problem in Arabic countries because officially the language is the standard Arabic. So anything written is in standard Arabic. Well, except menus at restaurants, but generally it's only standard Arabic. Okay, education is in standard Arabic. What else I wanted to say? Like official announcement and so on. So anything official, it's in standard Arabic. But what people actually speak, it's different. You see the point. And now the question is, it depends on what the person is studying. So if the person is studying, in Lithuania, it exists only, the standard Arabic because this generally programs study generally about Middle East. So they don't have country-specific studies. Like, for example, you may find it in UK or US or Canada. So Lithuanians would more likely learn standard Arabic. But for example, if you are going to start to specialize, let's say, politics of North Africa, or let's say culture of North Africa, then would be better to learn Moroccan or Algerian dialect or Tunisian. But if you are, but and also that's the point. If you are learning standard Arabic, know that this language it's like Latin. So yeah, educated people, and actually that's what I would like to correct you. Educated people will understand you, but remember, unfortunately, in many Arabic countries, a lot of people are uneducated. Some of them even are illiterate. So they will not understand what you are talking. And especially if you come to North Africa, like a Moroccan person who left at 9th grade, which is unfortunately common, will not understand what you are going to talk with. Even he will start laughing and say, "What are you speaking? Man, try to speak normal." You see what I mean? So that's
Right.
the point.